Hey guys, I'm Rocco. Today we are doing our first tutorial video of FIFA 21. So when I say tutorial, it's not really a tutorial. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the skill moves that were meta in FIFA 20. Like the ball roll, the lofted pass, the lofted through ball, the fake stop, everything like that. We're going to test them in FIFA 21 for you guys, and we're going to see if they're still effective. So in today's video, we're going to look at the drag back. Now, the drag back was really effective last year, like all over the pitch on FIFA 20. Now, what I've established so far is it's a bit slower this year. Also, instead of just the R1, it's now R1 and L1 to do the drag back. And obviously, you pull back in the direction. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do this in online friendlies. I need to do a couple of the online friendlies for one of my objectives. And obviously, I'm running out of time. So I'm going to be doing that, this in there. And to be fair, everyone's really sweaty in online friendlies. So it's going to be quite a good test. So what we're going to do is we are going to test whether the drag back is effective. I'm going to go through some different things. You know, the drag back, the fake drag back. So just pulling it and then going backwards. We need one nation for this. This is why our team's like this. I believe we can have whoever we want on the bench. Oh, it doesn't matter. And we're going to do the full drag back. We're going to do it in defense, in midfield, in attack. And I'm just going to kind of give you guys an overview of whether I think that the drag back itself is effective. Now, last year, there's no denying how effective it was. This year, I'm not so sure. So we're going to see now. I'm going to bring you all the footage I can of us using the drag back in different situations, whether it works or not. And I'm just going to come back to you guys whether I think it's still effective this year or not. Right, okay, so maybe like here. Okay, right, we've tried to do the drag back there. I feel like on FIFA 20, we'd have pulled that. But I feel like on FIFA 21, it's a bit too slow. And the defender, it gives the defender more of a chance to get in the way. So we're going to do this over 2 games. Okay, there it does open up space. The key one is going to be here, for example, where a drag back would usually work. It's a bit too slow, it seems. I did score a few goals in my RTG placement matches using the drag back. So it kind of is and isn't. Okay, what about in like, so like here if we want to cut inside? Yeah, I mean it's still effective there. Absolutely. Okay, we've done him there. We've done David Luiz there. I mean, the drag and drag forward is still working. The only thing is it is a bit slow, so you need a little bit more time on this game. I mean, it's still good in defence, but you kind of need to leave a little bit more of a gap between you and the defender when doing it. It's very slow in the attacking side of it. You need to do it a lot less than last year. Last year, you could kind of use the drag back all the time. Whereas this year, you need to be a lot more careful when you use it and in what situations. Like here, it would be good to go up the line and it is still effective. I'd say it's very effective defensively, just don't overdo it. In terms of attacking, I wouldn't use it as much as last year. I mean, again, it is effective. But I think definitely defensively. Like in this situation, if you're looking to then like come back, like you've still got, it still works. And you've still got, rather than like turning, it takes longer to turn. So I think the drag back, when you're using your wing backs, is still going to be good. See there, it's effective as well. Can we get the drag back here and then get into space, drive into space? I tell you what, it still is effective. You just have to be very careful in where you use it. And not when you're sprinting. Sprinting, you're just too far away from the ball and you lose it straight away. Now, it's different this year as well because like the near post isn't the meta. I think a lot of people, especially like maybe like Gold 2, like players use the drag back. Gold 3 perhaps. Gold 3, Gold 2 players will be used the drag back a lot last year. And I think it's going to be tougher for them and like to adapt this year without having that as the meta to use a lot of the time. I mean, even elite level players, I was using the drag back, not as much, but it was still an effective skill move to use. So I was using it quite a lot in FIFA 20. Whereas this year is going to be different. But you can still use it. It's just not as overpowered as last year. Like here, right? Let's just try it while you're sprinting. Okay, it does work. But only if you're doing it certain times. Oh, Lucas Moura. I've done that pure on purpose just to see if it would work. And I'm actually surprised. Okay, first game over the online friendlies then. Yeah, as you guys can probably tell, it still works very well. Not as good as last year, but it still works exceptionally well. I'm going to play one more game against a different opponent. This guy was quite a good player, quite a sweaty player. But we're going to play one more time against one more opponent. We're going to continually try and do some different drag backs, maybe some drag out to the sides and stuff like that, and see how effective that is still this year. And then I will come back to you guys with a final analysis after this game. Oh, it didn't work there. Probably a drag back would have worked there, not gonna lie. I'd say like here, right, it's definitely effective here. Fullbacks wise, perfect.
Lucas. It's with Roberto Firmino. Oh, big chance. Able to close down.
Again, I made space with the drag back, but this guy's a much better opponent. But I still made the space. It's just I then didn't take my time, and I just let the block go through.
Loves to attack from the wide areas. Will he find the net? Wonderful block.
I mean, it does work to make space. It's just this guy's covering all like blocks with his centre backs and things.
Will they profit from this situation? A real opening now. Superb counter, but no
I mean, like you can use it to make space. It's just
missing the finish.
Yeah. So that's 2 games gone, guys. As you've seen, I mean, all I've tried to do really in this game is do the drag back. In general terms, like the title of this video is it still effective? Now, the answer to that question is yes. Is it as effective? No. Now, in defense, like in your fullbacks, I'd say you can still use this drag back to make space. I wouldn't be using it when you're sprinting because it kind of takes a little bit longer than last year and it's not as quickly to deploy as it was. In terms of making space going forward, it works. In the midfield, it works. I would use it a lot less. So I kind of want to end this by saying, so yes, it's effective, but it's nowhere near as effective as last year. So make sure that you can still use the drag back, but do not use it as much. Don't overuse it, and you'll get caught out every time, and it will put you in bad situations. But you can still use it; it's still effective. Now, if there are any other skill moves that you guys want me to do reviews on in terms of tutorials, in terms of are they still effective, I'm going to be doing the ball roll tomorrow, and then I'll probably move on to the fake stock because I find these 2 very effective this year. So I'm going to bring them in. If there's anything else you guys want me to look at, let me know down in the comments, and I will bring out a video in the next few days for you guys. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.